Hey, my name's Caitlyn Kranich. I'm a Durham local, a graduate student pursuing my master's degree, and a yoga teacher for Soul Yoga. I'm excited to walk you through a few yoga basics as well as some relaxing breathing techniques that are sure to help students, or anyone for that matter, relax and prepare for the school year ahead. So let's get right to it. We're going to begin in a comfortable seated position, taking a few deep breaths in. Placing the right hand on the left knee, we're going to do a gentle spinal twist, looking over that left shoulder, reaching tall through the spine, and breathing into the twist. Releasing from that twist, we're going to repeat on the right side, the left hand coming to the right knee, looking over the right shoulder. Coming back to center, we're going to swoop the right arm up and over into a nice side bend, making sure the chest is lifted and the gaze is gently turned upwards. And now just switching sides, reaching that left arm up and over, feeling that nice stretch down each side. Next up are the sun salutations. We'll begin in mountain pose with our feet hip-width apart and our shoulders pulled down and back. From here, we're going to inhale, raising our arms up above our heads, and on the exhale, sweeping the arms and upper body down into a forward fold, letting the head drop, the knees bend, and the back soften. Leaning the knees and spine, we're going to lift into half fold. Placing the hands on the ground, we're going to step back into plank pose and transition to chaturanga. Dropping onto our bellies, we're going to lift into upward facing dog and then push our hips back into downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet can help stretch out the hamstrings and make this pose much more comfortable. From here, we're just going to walk our feet forward into another forward fold. Again, just letting the weight of gravity stretch our back out. Lengthening the spine into a half fold and coming up into a nice stretch upwards before finishing in mountain pose. Next is Sun Salutation B, which is a little bit of an extended version of what we just learned. The sequence begins very much the same as the last, reaching upwards, swooping down into a forward fold, letting our heads drop, straightening the knees and lengthening the spine. We're going to go directly into downward facing dog here. The goal of downward facing dog is to lengthen the spine, even if it means bending the knees or widening your stance for it. Lifting the right foot, we're going to reach it through and step right between our hands, lifting up into Warrior 1. From here, we're going to open up into Warrior 2, making sure that front knee is aligned with our front ankle and our shoulders are even. Next, we're going to lean into our extended side angle, drawing a straight line from the tips of our toes to the tips of our fingers. From here, we're going to swoop back into Exalted Warrior, getting a nice front stretch through the body. Coming back into Warrior 2, we're going to cartwheel the hands over, place them on either side of the foot, and push back into downward facing dog. Then just repeat on the other side. One of my favorite poses to do after sitting at a desk all day is a supported bridge pose. For this pose, you're going to need a yoga block or a pillow or even a rolled up blanket will work. So placing that support directly under our hips is going to support the weight of our lower body and give a nice stretch through the lower back. For an added bonus, you can try lifting one leg at a time to get a nice little hamstring stretch in. Following bridge pose, we're going to come back into child's pose to release any tension left in the spine. Another great pose for if you have neck or shoulder pain from sitting at a desk is extended puppy pose. So this is exactly like child's pose except you're up on your knees. From here, we're going to thread the needle by taking our right hand and pulling it through under our left arm, pushing the back of our arm into the ground in order to get a nice deep shoulder stretch. From here, we're gonna come back to center, stretch out and neutralize our spine, and then do the same thing on the other side. So taking that left hand, looping it under our right arm, pushing it into the ground, and twisting through the upper body. And then coming back to center into that extended puppy pose, taking a few nice deep breaths before pushing all the way back into child's pose. And lastly, every good yoga practice ends in Shavasana, where we lay back in corpse pose and quiet the mind in a meditative state. Next, we're going to go over some breathing techniques. This one's my favorite because it's great for whenever you're stressed or experiencing anxiety. We're going to begin by inhaling for 4 counts, holding for 4, and then releasing for 8. So inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next, we're going to do alternating nostril breathing. So we're going to take our ring finger and our thumb and plug each side of our nose one at a time. So how it works is we're going to plug our right nostril, inhale, switch, and exhale. Then we're going to inhale again before switching back to the right and exhaling once more. So inhale, switch, and exhale. This is a great way to reduce anxiety and stress because you're regulating your breathing pattern and lowering your heart rate. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope everybody has a happy and healthy start to the school year.